Doug is an amazing example of evolution. That rebellious kid who wanted nothing to do with school and just wanted to go out and be a farmer and be a mechanic and do things in the world, and really no interest in learning and that sort of thing. He has evolved into a major business person, and that's been incredible to watch. But I think also the softening of Doug as a human being. You know, there's still that hard edge that gets things done, but there's an empathy in him now which will fight and die for those he loves, which is his family, and includes the team here at Agworld. In my wildest dreams, I would never have thought Doug would be doing what he's doing now. I thought he might go to jail or something like that. Yeah, he had no interest in study. I thought he would be, you know, a mechanic, a farmhand, something like that. But I never imagined he would move into this line of work. But, you know, that says something about the growth and development of him as a person. You know, it's not just career, it's him as a person evolving. So Doug and I share grandparents, and so we've known each other our entire lives. We're almost the same age. We grew up not far from each other. There's something about being with people that you have long history with that just makes you feel very secure in the relationship.
I think for myself, I can say I learned that I was probably more tenacious and had a more endurance than I thought. And I also worked out I probably needed to learn to reflect more, but I learned to hold the course and keep going forward. With Stuart, you know, in the background and in the business, I thought what was interesting there is we had a resource that we could tap into that was not just in the business but able to stand aside and didn't really have a vested interest in any specific subject matter. So that was a good resource to draw on in your business.
I can remember sitting in meetings Googling what they were talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely no idea about development language, and quite funny.
Yeah, you weren't the only one in the room. It was...
when the wheels were falling off at Agworld.
We worked together when we were kids, actually, at our father's business, actually, in the holidays. We did a lot of that.
We did, yeah.
Delivering windows and all sorts of things. We worked together when, yeah, like Stuart said, the wheels were sort of falling off Agworld. We were trying to scale. Culture wasn't where we wanted it to be, and so I reached out to Stu, who I knew had some great skills in that area, and contacted him to engage. And
I actually don't think that's quite true, Doug.
No?
No, well, because remember, you'd had a long corporate history, and in this work you'd sort of been there, done that, got the T-shirt. And we started coaching together, remember? And,
yes, that was with me one-on-one.
One-on-one,
yeah.
and that's what... I convinced him in those three.
Yeah.
I convinced him in those three coaching
sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah. To build an elite team of people who can work together well, you need great ways of working and good comms, and Stuart really provided that for us, so that's been great. When you're under that pressure, that's when we learn the most, and some people look at failure and they say, oh, you failed. In Agworld, and in my view, failure is when you stand back and you do nothing, even when you had the skills to have a go. So we teach it very much as we always have a go. We always lean into it and have a go, and then we take the learnings from that to build successes going forward. Farmers typically carry most information around in their head or on a piece of paper or a little booklet that gets washed, and then they write another one. So our job is really, we've digitised ag in a centralised information way for the farmer, but for all the service providers. And I think digitising ag that way, where it's a collaborative system, is a bit of a global first, really, for what we've done. But it's made a big difference to the way family farms operate at scale. When we went to the US, we went with plenty of enthusiasm and a lack of cash. When you're young, you're pretty bulletproof, and I think when you're an entrepreneur, you back yourself pretty heavy, and we went a bit early, and it was a real white knuckle ride. It had its ups and downs. We had to build a local team and we had to finance that. We burnt cash while we got product market fit, and you had to build street cred, and none of it, any of those things is short in time, and time is your enemy in some ways. So yeah, that was probably the toughest personal time. You have to give up family time and relocate to the US. You know, they were big challenges. I learnt you have to really hold tight to your vision. You have to know the market you're going into, so you have to be on ground there, and you have to build a local team. But at a personal level, you have to be really tenacious. You have to really believe and really reflect on what you set out to do. And you can question whether it's right, but you've really got to hold your line and be tactical all the way through. And I learnt to do that. Even when there's many voices around you saying, you're not doing this right, other businesses do it this way, you've got to back yourself sometimes on it as much as possible and not chase the money, chase the thing that delivers the vision. The purpose that I have is very much to serve others and make a difference, unpack those skills and gifts that people have in life, get them to where they want to go. Agworld has a history of doing that all the way through. That's something that's been very important to me all the way through the business. We don't say to people, where do you want to be in 5 years? We say, where do you want to be in life? And how do we help you get there? That's the purpose. That's what I'm about.